K-Nation. Sponsored by K-State Superstore and 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K-Nation, we're bringing the heat. Well, Tyson Neighbors is. How the K-State righty is adding his name to the list of great Wildcat pitchers.
And host of Ain't No Seats podcast, Braden Turner. He joins us in studio. We're talking about the best stories from KU sports this past year or so and a whole lot more.
And Keontae Johnson is also joining K-Nation in a one-on-one interview. He shares how the NBA draft process is going and how K-State fans are helping him. Welcome to K-Nation. I'm Lainey Gerber.
And I'm Glenn Kinley. We'll get to all those stories and more. But first, big news.
Yeah.
The top-ranked transfer in the country this season. He will be a Jayhawk. Hunter Dickinson commits to Bill Self and to play for Bill Self. A massive recruiting win for Kansas. We might see lob after lob after lob to Dickinson and KJ Adams from DeJuan Harris Jr. Dickinson averaged 18-9 in the Big Ten with Michigan last season, and that was even maybe a little bit of a disappointment after an All-American season the year before. This guy has basketball experience. Oh, by the way, he's 7'1".
That helps.
And before going pro, he's going to spend a year with Kansas as he gets to develop under a guy who knows how to develop players, Bill Self.
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, of course, K-State couldn't stay away from the transfer portal fun. One of the top guards commits to the Wildcats. Tyler Perry from North Texas picks Jerome Tang. Hard not to, really, after watching Marquise Noel's season. I'd want to go there, too. Perry averaged 17.3 points for the Mean Green last season, and he becomes the first transfer for the Wildcats this offseason. He comes back to the Sunflower State after going to Coffeyville Community College for 2 years. He says as soon as he got with the K-State staff, he knew that this was it.
I love it. And we'll stick with basketball here. How about Joel Embiid? He finally does it. The former Jayhawk named the 2022-23 NBA MVP. He finished runner-up in MVP voting the last 2 seasons. He played at Kansas just 1 year, 2013-14, before getting drafted 3rd overall by the 76ers. And, of course, KU basketball has had a ton of success. This is the first Jayhawk to win NBA MVP since 1968. You might have heard of the other guy to do it, Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've heard of him?
Heard of him.
Okay, and he was also with the 76ers. So Jayhawk, handshake emoji, verbal meme, 76ers. Embiid put up 33 points and 10 rebounds a game this past season, and he's still playing, actually. He's with the 76ers in the playoffs. They're tied series 2-2 with the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. He's a hooper.
Wow, he is a hooper. I'd agree. This scene, or not the scene, but the part where he brings out his son when he's accepting his MVP trophy and he cries a little bit.
Yeah,
So
tears,
cute.
tears. We never cry.
We don't cry. My eyes just get sweaty when I see cute things.
It happens, yeah, it happens.
Well, great basketball news here on K-Nation, but we have some good baseball and softball teams, obviously.
Very good. K-State has been on fire down the stretch, and as they get towards the end of regular season play, and we'll have more from their flamethrower closer, of course, later in our show, but a good weekend for them.
Yeah, but first, here's how the Wildcats played throughout the whole week. An in-state battle at Wichita State earlier in the week ended a 1-0 loss, but then the Cats pulled a hokey pokey and turned it around this weekend against Southeast Missouri State. It's the final non-conference series of this season. SEMO is no easy foe. It has a winning record and is first in the Ohio Valley Conference, but K-State made beating them look easy. Friday was a pitcher's duel that resulted in a 2-1 win, then a 12-5 win on Saturday featuring a Brendan Jones grand slam. The Cats followed that up with a 10-0 shutout win earlier today. That finished in 7 innings, and that completes the sweep. It's not a Big 12 game, but Pete Hughes says it's important to keep playing hard at this time of the year.
We got the big hit early that got our bats going, and that's what I wanted to get out of this weekend, is to get our offense going. And down the stretch here, you know, it's the team that gets hot and stays healthy that can really make a run, and usually your offense gets you going.
K-State's now tied for second in the Big 12 standings with Oklahoma State, which the Cats so happen to be traveling to Stillwater next weekend for a 3-game series with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Heavy postseason implications there. We'll be on the edge of our seats.
That will be a big one for sure. How about Kansas baseball? They had a tough schedule this week, starting with a trip to Missouri for a border war action. That ended with a 9-7 Tiger win. Then the 27th ranked Texas Longhorns came to Lawrence for a 3-game series. The Jayhawks took game 1, 10-4. And the Bats were really going in that one, and then it was a 6-2 loss on Saturday and a 7-6 loss just earlier today. The Hawks had the winning run on first in the 9th in this game earlier today, but they couldn't quite complete the comeback. It was senior day for KU. Now time for back-to-back road series. The going gets tough.
Yeah.
First at Samford and then at Texas Tech to close out the regular season. Of course, not the outcome they wanted over the weekend as a whole, But head coach Dan Fitzgerald, we talked to him after Friday's win, and he was pretty happy with how the bats were going.
Complete effort up and down the lineup. I thought the approach was fantastic, like I said, and just a stick-to-itiveness. And then the real telling one is, 7 walks and only 6 punch-outs. So to walk more than you strike out in a game is really hard to do against a storied program like Texas.
Hawks sitting in 8th in the Big 12, but only 3 games back of 5th place. It's a tight race right now. Still plenty of movement that could happen with 6 games remaining before the Big 12 tournament.
Man, these last weeks in conference play, always hard.
Intense, yeah.
Kansas softball, here's another one, picked up one of its biggest wins of the last few years with a 3-1 win over number 18 Wichita State earlier in the week. Then Iowa State came to Lawrence to close out the regular season. The Jayhawks lose 3-1 on Friday, then 7-5 Saturday with the winning run at the plate. But good news is KU kept that competitive edge earlier today. Despite the first 2 losses, freshman Haley Kripe walks it off with a double for the 3-2 victory on senior day, and it's a win with heavy implications. The Jayhawks record in conference play is now 5-13, which ties for 6th with Texas Tech since KU beat Tech in the series. Earlier this season, the Jayhawks do hold the tiebreaker and claim the 6th seed in the Big 12 tournament. This is the first time KU hasn't finished last in the conference since 2019. And the Big 12 tournament starts next week. KU has a date with Oklahoma State on Thursday at 6 in OKC.
Wow. And that win that KU got today, they were down to their final strike. 2 outs and 2 strikes in the bottom of the 7th, and then Haley Harper had a big hit, and then Haley Kripe got a big hit, and then they walked it off. So couldn't get any closer. They clutched up.
I know. It's amazing how they can still stay in the zone and not worry about losing the first 2 games, not worry about being down to your last pitch.
Very resilient group they got.
Definitely. Well, they say a bad day on the golf course is better than any day at work, and well, both K-State and KU have been putting in the work and turning that into good days on the golf course.
A good day of golf course is better than anything, I think. And now they get to keep having even more fun on the links. KU men's golf found out earlier this week is going dancing, getting the 10th seed in the Norman, Oklahoma NCAA Regional. And now these golfers, of course, have a chance to make a run in postseason play. This marks 7 straight regional appearances for KU men's golf. That's impressive, and it's just the 2nd time in school history that both the men's and women's golf team have made a regional in the same season. Of course, the players are pretty fired up about the chance to make this postseason push.
Kind of hit our stride and just kept plugging along, and lo and behold, we made it. It's been an incredibly exciting year just because of the new people we have on the team.
It's great. It's my 2nd time going to regionals, so it's a lot of fun. Postseason's a little bit more, everything's heightened, so those 3 rounds, comes down to 3 rounds really the whole year. So it's a great opportunity for us to hopefully make a national championship.
There you have it, and the Hawks tee off on the 15th to start the 3-day tournament there in Norman.
Ooh, well, the Wildcats couldn't be left out of the fun, obviously. K-State men's golf gets the 5th seed in the Michigan Regional. Bit of a further distance, but a higher seed is good news for the Cats. Better odds of bringing home some hardware. For the first time in 15 years, K-State makes a regional in back-to-back years. It wasn't out of nowhere that the Cats would advance, but the team still wants to soak in this moment.
Being in the postseason, doing something that I think was like 13 years, and we haven't been there. And I think that with that came a lot of pressure. And I think we learned a lot from that. And now throughout the whole season, we obviously showed that we can close out tournaments.
This year, we just had such a great year. We're very consistent in the top 25 all year. So this year, it's all about where we're going and what's it going to take to advance.
And like the Hawks, the Cats tee off on the 15th to start this 3-day event.
Exciting
Good luck to
stuff.
them.
We got to get maybe a trip to Norman and a trip out to see them as well.
I think so.
We can convince them?
Yeah, we'll be working while we're there.
That's right. All right, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started here on K-Nation. More to come. In fact, we got an exclusive interview with a K-State fan favorite, Mr. Keontae Johnson himself. How his relationship with Coach Tang and his teammates prepared him for the NBA.
But first, on a scale of 1 to 10, Tyson Neighbors is pitching a 99. We'll tell you how he's holding it down for the Cats on the mound after the break.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
At Prairie Band Casino, everyone plays a little differently. These guys are playing their cards right. He's trying to hit it big. They prefer to double down. But sometimes you just have to go all in. Discover more ways to play your way.
Are you a super fan? K-State Superstore has the largest assortment of licensed K-State apparel and souvenirs waiting for you. And with our Superfan Rewards program, you'll enjoy even more. Fans can experience K-State Superstore at the stadium, online 24/7 at kstatesuperstore.com, and our new flagship location at 520 McCall Road. K-State Superstore, official retail partner of K-State Athletics.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Welcome back to K-Nation. One K-State pitcher is making his case for the best closer in the country.
Yeah, Tyson Neighbors throws heat, and batters rarely are able to touch, and I went to Manhattan to talk to Neighbors and his coaches about his sophomore season success.
When he comes in the game, I think our guys feel like, the game's over.
As you can tell, K-State baseball has a whole lot of faith in its closer.
If we get that lead and he's rested, he's getting the ball, that just infuses a ton of self-confidence in our program and our dugout.
And for good reason. 9 saves, 4 wins, a 1.01 ERA, and 65 strikeouts in just 35 innings pitched.
Absolutely has to be in the conversation for being one of the most dominant guys in college baseball right now.
Tyson says staying level-headed a big part of pitching. When things go south, he's got to keep his emotions in check, but when he gets that final out, which he does quite often, the sophomore righty from Texas will get pretty fired up.
I love the game so much, and just a bunch of emotions come out after the games. If we get that win, it's pretty exciting to me and the team as a whole.
His energy and what he brings to the table is some of the best in the country, so I'm glad he's on our side.
And Neighbors doesn't just bring high heat and high energy.
Fastball is 99, but I think it's his second best pitch. His breaking ball, the spin rates are high above average big league spin rates, and that's tough to game plan against.
I feel like I don't have to play defense, so I feel like I'm out there just standing around because he's usually punching guys out or getting weak contact somewhere else. But yeah, he's been a big piece of our bullpen.
He's a really good human being, man. I love that kid. He's put in so much work, and he's done everything that you could ask him to do, and everything he's done, he's got for himself, and he's worked at it.
And Neighbors did tell me, he said he's throwing 99. The fastest he's thrown is in a game. So he's trying to get it up there, 98.6. He's not willing to round up, but I think I rounded up for him.
Yeah, we're rounders around here. Well, heat on the mound at K-State and in the gym. Keontae Johnson is getting ready for the NBA draft.
Need your fireplace inspected? Make sure you and your family are safe this winter and avoid being a statistic. Certified Fireplace and Chimney now has openings as soon as this week. No need to wait months to be seen. Call or text us today to schedule your appointment.
Mental health is about emotional health and brain health.
Healthy children and families, and a healthy Kansas.
Go to acmhck.org to find your local community mental health center.
Golden Corral on Southwest Wanamaker Road has been locally owned since 1999. Come join us in our newly remodeled dining room with updated decor, a stone fireplace, and an enhanced buffet area. Breakfast served Saturdays and Sundays. Pickup orders and catering available. Golden Corral in Topeka is looking for great service-minded people to fill positions with advancement opportunities. Serious applicants can walk in to complete an application.
Come on in and join us
at Golden Corral.
Sports! We have everything
that you're looking for
at Play It Again Sports.
New and used sports and fitness equipment with used up to 50% off retail.
You can create your own discount by trading in and trading up. Sell us your gear and get cash on the spot, or even get store credit.
Play It Again Sports has something for every athlete. All seasons, all sports, on any budget. We're open every day in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Game on!
Live is playful, dynamic, and now Emmy nominated. Next live, Elle Fanning from The Great, plus Omari Hardwick.
Monday morning at 11 on 27 KSNT.
Everyone dreams of having a stunning fireplace for their home, so why not make your dream a reality? Certified Fireplace and Chimney specializes in making these dreams come true. And now with in-home renderings and no interest payment plans, it's never been an easier decision. Call or text today.
Welcome back to K Nation. We're watching so many local football players begin their careers in the NFL, but in a few months, we'll probably be doing the same thing all over again for NBA guys.
Yeah, lots of good basketball players that will be going pro. One of those guys, more than likely, Keontae Johnson. He does still have college eligibility, but he has entered his name into the NBA draft, and it was a difficult decision to make.
Yeah, I caught up with Keontae to hear how he got NBA ready and what the process entering the draft has been like, and how K-State fans are helping him. How is it, first off, being in Topeka a while after the season has ended and still seeing all the support for the K-State men's basketball program?
It means a lot. I mean, just showing that the support that they have is real. It's not fake love. They love me and Keith here, and they come out every event that we at. They'll come out and show why they the best fan base. So to recruits, this should show you right here what it's all about. And I mean, it's a blessing to me.
And why is it so special to actually meet the fans face to face, take photos with them, sign stuff for them, instead of just shaking their hand at a game or them watching you at a game?
It means a lot. I mean, for me, just trying to give back to them, showing my appreciation. I feel like it's the best thing I could do. It's a lot of people that wanted to see us at the games that couldn't talk to us, so this is the opportunity right here. So I just like these moments and try to embrace it.
And, you know, they've helped you achieve one dream in your college basketball career. Now you're going on to achieve another one. Just what does it mean knowing that you have all of this support already there for you?
It means a lot. I mean, I know when I'm in Oklahoma City or if I get a chance to play there, they will be there for me, just showing how much they got love for me. So, I mean, I will always look out for them and look in the crowd for them.
And you were only at K-State for 1 year. Just how much can you get NBA ready with a program in 1 year?
You can get a lot. I mean, Coach Tang, he does a great job with the GAs and player development people. I mean, we in the gym every day. He makes sure that we get 500 makes a day at least. But, I mean, they be on top of it. They got a chart, and you're not up there. You got teammates that's pushing you. So you're going against the top players every day in practice and just make you better.
What is it like at this point in between the college season and you getting ready for the NBA? What are your practices like, and are you talking to teams yet?
There's a lot of running and conditioning, trying to get at your win, and a lot of shots, just showing you can improve in different areas of my game. I'm trying to work on my weakness right now.
Nice. I'll be your agent. I'm really cheap, so I'm really good at getting the most money out of people. But anyway, one more question. Just how is it being with Jerome Tang that 1 year? How much do you think being with him and with all of these guys has prepped you for such a tough league that is professional basketball?
It's been amazing for me. I mean, he's like a big brother, big uncle to me. You can talk to him about whatever. He checks on us weekly, daily. And he just wants to see the best of us as a man rather than just a basketball player. He wants to know about our family and everything. And for guys like that, you want to play with and be along with them on the road. So I'm blessed to be able to be on a team to make history with him and be able to do everything I could.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Keontae, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Laney, you offered up there. Did he hire you as his agent?
You know, I probably should not disclose such information, but I'm not his agent.
Okay, you got my hopes up there.
I know. I guess it could have been cool. It would have been my first gig. He deserves someone who's done it before,
A little bit more than the sports anchor.
Yeah.
All right, coming up after the break on K Nation, ain't no seats left in the house. Braden Turner from the Ain't No Seats pod. He's joining us in studio. He's here, and we're talking Jayhawk sports. That's when we come back.
Imagine a place where a cool summer breeze blows and burgers have that smoky char-grilled flavor. And also the breeze is your car's air conditioner because you're eating at Sonic. New Sonic Griller. Sonic.
Hi, this is Voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Hear that? It's edge of your seat.
He blows the body off the car.
Entertainment at top speed. Camping World NHRA races where top drivers compete to be the best. But don't blink.
Who's He's got the horsepower. It is going to be Justin Ashley. A dazzling Top Fuel final.
You could miss it. It's the Menards NHRA Nationals presented by Pet Armor. August 11th through 13th at Heartland Motorsports Park in Topeka. Every ticket's a pit pass and kids 12 and under are free. Get tickets early and save at NHRA.com.
Summer means noise, lawnmowers, firecrackers, but New Sound's got you covered. This month, all custom hearing protection is on sale, and we're waiving the office and impression fees. Hunters, musicians, infants, protection for everyone.
Protect your home from sudden power outages with a Generac home standby generator, installed by Shockwave Electric's certified experts. Call Shockwave Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical services.
Have you ever dreamt about Sonic putting more candy in your blast? Or about Blast coming in 3 new flavors? Your dreams are oddly specific. New Sonic Blasts. Sonic.
Welcome back to K-Nation. We're going to take some time now to chat about all things Jayhawk sports. And Lainey, we got an in-studio guest today.
Yeah, and he's the perfect guest for it. So welcome Braden Turner from the Ain't No Seeds pod. He's here with us. Braden, thanks for taking the time to get here. I hope your car's tires okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me here. I'm excited to talk to you guys and obviously excited to meet you guys. So I appreciate the opportunity.
He went to some great lengths to get here in studio. So we owe this guy.
A true friend of the show.
That's a friend of the program for sure.
Yeah. All right, Braden. In a year for KU that has just been so amazing for the athletics program, what have been your favorite storylines just to kind of come out of this year?
Just the quick turnaround for KU football, obviously, for me. I know you guys and the people listening know how good KU basketball has been forever. So we've been waiting 14-ish years for KU football to turn it around. And they turned it around quickly. Lance Leipold took over a winless team a couple years ago. They make a bowl game last year. They almost won. They hosted College Game Day for the first time ever, started undefeated 5-0. So just the vibes around the program are elite right now.
Yeah, we'll get to basketball, of course, as well. But let's stick with football as you're kind of on that terrain. How much did you see just the fan atmosphere and the fan support and the environment around the program like just transform? They start 2 or 3-0, and then all of a sudden we have a sellout crowd, and that place was absolutely like erupting.
Yeah, a lot of sellouts this year. We hadn't seen that in a while. And it was great. Everyone's bought in. I think there was some momentum the year before where they were competitive at the end of the year. So everyone had their hopes up going into this year. So yeah, the fans showed out, got there early, packed the booth, as they like to say. And it was great. I think everyone's obviously super excited for this season too. So that momentum leading into this year, and you would think that there will be a ton of sellouts again this year after the year they had last year.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and we know that, so many fans being excited helps the university, it helps the team with just money and support and student applications and all that. But I'm curious, how did it affect your podcast?
It was great for us. Selfishly, it was great. I talked to people previously during the year, just the last 3 years. It was tough, honestly, to even record. Like KU loses by 30 or 40, you get on there and talk about, I don't even know. So we had been going to tailgates for the previous years, even the Les Miles era. We were super excited. Didn't go as planned. But yeah, it was great for us. We had some great tailgates. People were holding our signs at game day, which was pretty cool. So yeah, it was great for us. We interviewed some former players, and they're all excited too. So it was great to be able to record every week and not just a couple times throughout the year. It's not like we were bad fans. We just, it was tough. People didn't want to, no stories. People didn't really want to tune in. So yeah, it was great. And this off season will be great. Hopefully get some maybe current players, former players, coaches, and just build some more hype behind the program before the year starts.
Yeah, the football rebuild going swimmingly. The basketball, there never is a rebuild with Kansas basketball, right? They've got quite the roster turnover. They got a pretty big commit this week, literally and figuratively. Hunter Dickinson. Talk to me about the commit of Hunter Dickinson, what that means for the program, and then I think you think Bill Self's not done yet, right?
Yeah. So obviously Hunter Dickinson, huge. I mean, it's one of the biggest recruiting wins Bill Self's had. I know we talked about it the other day on the podcast. Like, they've obviously got some big-time freshmen, Andrew Wiggins, Josh Jackson, stuff like that. But those are guys that aren't proven yet. Obviously, they're great in high school. But Hunter Dickinson's a 20-10 guy at Michigan. Can step out, shoot threes. KU needed a big man. And I think they're the national title favorite right now, just betting odds-wise. So it's huge. Bill Self's pumped. And, yeah, Bill, he'll have 2 scholarships open going forward. I was actually around him last night, and he was saying to people like we aren't done yet, and he's super motivated. I know we just talked about this before the show, but they're going after a top 10 5-star guy in Mackenzie and Baco, and then there'll be guys that come back from the NBA draft process that get negative feedback that can still hit the portal. So yeah, Bill Self certainly isn't done. I think they have a chance to be preseason 1 now, and they're only going to get better the rest of the offseason, which is kind of scary to think about.
Yeah, it's crazy how just a couple months ago we were worried about his health, and now he's back and better than ever.
Yeah, he seems to be doing just fine.
Yeah, and that was a combo we've had, and not even to make it sound like a bad thing, but it's almost maybe a good thing that it happened. I know it could have been scary, but I think Bill Self just is obviously thinking about his future now, just as a person and as a coach, like kind of getting that health scare. Now you take care of yourself. Now you're locked in, refocused, and I think it could end up being obviously a great thing for him, not only him, but Kansas too.
Definitely.
100%.
All right, Braden, well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and you guys stick around because there's more K-Nation after the break.
Come out to the biggest party in the Heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Welcome to Jungle House, a shop for plant people. The Jungle House offers a range of in-store and at-home services to help your plants thrive. Not a green thumb? Don't sweat it. We're here to help. Jungle House, 924 Delaware Street, Lawrence.
You think knowledge is a powerful weapon? Here, you'll have plenty of ammo. We turn intelligence into tactical success. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
Growing up at A&H Farm is always an adventure. You'll never know what you'll see. We gotta get ready for the Strawberry Festival!
Fresh local strawberries. Let's go to A&H Farm in Manhattan, Kansas.
Topeka on the glass on 3. 1, 2. Topeka on the glass!
As the weather warms up and your to-do list grows, don't forget about your windshield.
Avoid costly replacements. Repair that chip before it's too late.
If you need a repair or an entire windshield replacement,
call Topeka Auto Glass, 785-438-8808.
Doughboys Pizzeria, now with 2 locations in Topeka. Serving fresh pizza with our signature sauce, award-winning wings, awesome appetizers and desserts, with outdoor dining and entertainment. Call or order online at doughboys.pizza.
Come out to the biggest party in the Heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Our studio audience, Brian Matouche.
Meteorologist Brian Matouche. And we got a fun part about college sports, and that's there really is no off season. They might slow down over the summer, but I wouldn't even call it off season.
Yeah, it's not even really off for us that
Yeah,
much.
that's right. Basketball may be over, but some betting lines already out for the national championship next season.
Yeah, well, we have to look forward to it. Vegas has K-State at plus 6,600 to win it all. That's $10 to win $660. And KU is at plus 1,800. That's $10 to win $180.
They get those lines out rather early, and I think they released football lines for this week earlier in the week as well, so you have to check those out. A lot of exciting stuff. You can bet on this stuff so far in advance. You got to wait a while to see if it wins or loses.
Might as well. It really keeps you excited for the whole season. Every game matters because you
fired
really
up,
want it
right?
to go towards your bet.
And if it was up to the K-Nation sports team, we just hammer the over on everything K-State, everything KU.
Yeah.
But we're not going to give out any betting advice.
No, I'm definitely not one to give out betting advice. I didn't even win the Kentucky Derby.
And you don't want it from meteorologist Ryan Matouche either. Definitely don't.
Definitely not that guy.
Hey, thanks for watching K-Nation. Join us next Sunday and every Sunday.
Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Got to make him throw strikes, not chase outside the zone. So, and I think we did a really good job of that.
We're tallying up numbers right now to get that resume going. You know, we know we're a national tournament team, and the more wins you have, that's one of the metrics. You know, and but really to get you feeling good heading into our last weekends of conference play.